Ready.
Cool. Well, good afternoon and welcome to the Virtual Media Center for, get ready for it, the LPGA Drive-On Championship presented by Volvic at Golden, Ocala. If you can, please keep your mic muted, and if you have a question, please comment in the chat function of this call. And then when we open it up for questions, I will call on you, and then just make sure to unmute yourself, please. So without further ado, we are joined by University of Florida alumna and Gainesville native, María Torres. Thank you for joining us today, María.
Thank you for having me.
María, you were a 5-time champion at the University of Florida and the 2016 SEC Golfer of the Year. Some nice accolades.
Thank you.
We're just 35 miles from the UF campus this week. Now that you're back in Gator country, what are some of the best memories that come to mind from your time at Florida?
Everything. Last night, being here in Oncala, it got me to thinking of so many, different, my entire 4 years. Last night before going to bed, I was, laying down and I was like, oh, I remember this. And, when we were, practicing or even going to classes. It was nice, the memory lane. I'm excited to go back.
Yeah. Did you ever play in Ocala or in maybe a neighboring city around here during your time there?
Yeah, we used to play this course a couple of times in the year to practice and get our rounds, qualifying rounds.
This course specifically?
Yeah.
Oh, so you've been here before.
Yeah. I didn't remember a little bit, but playing the holes, I could see, I could remember one we used to play.
Very cool. So so during the preseason, when you guys would kind of compete against yourselves to set your lineups or set your roster for the year, you guys would play here to kind of determine that.
Yes.
That's pretty cool. Do you remember what years that was?
I think my 4 years, we used to play.
Every year?
Every year, depending on how the schedule was and the classes and everything, we could come out here to Oncala and play.
Very cool. But when you look back on your career at Florida and you see where you are now, competing on the LPGA Tour, what is it like to return to Central Florida as a professional where you really developed your game to get here?
It's amazing. Like I said before, I am, after this tournament, I'm going to Gainesville. So I'm kind of excited. I've been thinking of okay, when we finish on Sunday, seeing everybody, the staff of the course, my coaches, and even the tutoring center that I used to spend a lot of time there between the classes and the practicing. But I'm excited.
Very cool. So are you just going back to hang out with the team and a little celebrity appearance?
Nah. I just want to go see everybody, meet the new Gators, the baby Gators, and see my coaches and everybody. The places I used to hang out, it was in the tutoring center. I know it sounds really, but yeah.
You're the only person that anybody will ever hear say they're excited to see the tutoring center.
No, it was the people. You will go study and then I will go talk out in the front desk. So I needed a break.
Well, you mentioned that you played the back nine today in your practice round. The Aon Risk Reward Challenge hole this week is the par 5 12th, which is a tribute hole to Augusta National's par 5 13th. First of all, how awesome has it been to see the dedication of Aon to the LPGA Tour members with their prize to the winner of the challenge at the end of the season?
That's awesome. The first year we did it, it was 2 years ago, and I didn't know how that works. But after seeing that and seeing the reward, you're like, okay, you need to get it going. So it's kind of nice that they did that, and they're trying to kind of help us, in the sense. Also, if you get a score, a low score is gonna help you for your score in the day, so you get 2 rewards.
Yeah, exactly. Second question to that, what did you think of the par 5 12th when you played it during your practice round today, and what kind of challenge does it present?
It's such if the tees are back, it's challenging like the greens. You have to know where to stop the wedges, and it's gonna be a key for that. And also if they put it in the front, if you wanna go for the green, like you have to, like if you miss it with a wood that you cannot stop, like you have to go chip around. So it's gonna be an interesting hole.
Little water.
Yeah, and in the
apart.
back of the green, like it goes like down.
Mhm.
So you're gonna be chipping, and it's an interesting chip when the green is like going downhill.
No.
So, yay!
Watch your speed.
Yes.
Well, let's rewind to last year. In 2020, you captured a season best finish of T9 at the Marathon Classic. Obviously, what a strange year 2020 was. But what did you learn about yourself specifically, and how did the year help you prepare for this year and beyond?
So last year, it's like there was a lot of like patience and resilience, like changing the rules. Like now we have this COVID, the pandemic that is a big situation, and from the normal that you were like go to play, you didn't have to do tea times. You were going to like you didn't like you could go to restaurants. Now you have to like stay in your hotel, and even the Europe part was really hard for me. I'm a really calm person, but that was so calm for me. It was too like going to the golf course and coming back, and you cannot go anywhere. It was kind of challenging.
Mm-hmm.
And also like it's trying to, when you go back home, trying not like you wanted to see your family, but because you were in tournaments, you didn't want to, you didn't know where they were before, so to staying away from the family, that was kind of like, it was a really challenging year for everybody. And this year, like it was gonna be kind of the same thing in the part of, because we still have the pandemic going on. But in golf game, well, you can kind of keep tweaking things around.
Absolutely. Well, you made your first start of the 2021 season last week at Gamebridge LPGA. Made the cut, played the weekend, cashed a check early in the year. But where do you feel your game is at, and what is perhaps one aspect you are really looking to improve?
Right now, my game I think is rolling. Like is slowly getting into it and getting the timing of playing tournaments again. So that's, I think it's slowly but like steady. That's and I'm trying to work on the routine that I see some stuff last week that I need to keep working on, like having like the same preparation every time, more consistent. So that's right now what we're working on.
Well, your story is pretty well documented. When you first earned LPGA Tour status at the 2017 final qualifying tournament to become an 2018 rookie. But you did so by having to prepare in your homeland of Puerto Rico, which was struck by Hurricane Maria in September 2017. Have you been able to go back much to Puerto Rico and contribute at all to some of the relief efforts since that time, and what is it like back home?
Back home, the hurricane is with the hurricane in 2017 is so much better. I think right now we're just dealing with what everybody's dealing with COVID, but thank God we're better. Yeah, I go back and forth every time, so yeah, I'm still living in Puerto Rico, so we have like I've been in the cast with the Jono Mequito. We do they do different stuff for Puerto Rico and everybody around, so it's kind of nice.
And they just kind of help out with the relief efforts?
Yeah, with the reliefs, and also with we had earthquakes, so between the hurricanes, earthquakes, and then the COVID, yeah, we're in most needed help.
Yeah.
But hopefully we're getting back.
Yes. What is it like when you do go back home? I know you mentioned between COVID and having to be conscientious of your interactions with family and your involvement with them to make sure that they're safe and healthy as well, and just to be back home and practice. What's the feeling when you're traveling and then you come back as the professional golfer?
Thank God most of them have already the vaccine, so
Mhm.
it's kind of, I know they can still get it, but it's better. Like they are with the vaccine. So I kind of do the same thing. I go back home and practice and do my stuff, and if we go to restaurants outdoor or stuff like that.
Very
But
cool.
it's really minimum,
Yeah.
the most how you see people now.
Yeah, exactly. keeping your distance from everybody. Well, last one I have for you, and if anybody has any questions, feel free to comment in the chat function. Otherwise, we'll let you out of here on this one. March is Women's History Month. So in honor of that, which woman outside of your family inspires you and why?
Wow, that's a hard question. Outside my family.
It can be in golf, but if it's outside of golf, that's a good thing too. Someone that maybe just a female that you've looked up to during your life, or maybe you've met and they inspired you in some way.
Wow, that's hard. Let me think about it. I promise it's not gonna be long. Yeah. I have to say another athlete, Serena Williams.
Okay.
Her resilience and how she comes back from like struggles with health and everything. I think, and how she dominates. About the amount of age, like how old is she for the sport?
Mm-hmm.
So I have to say her.
And she's a mom too.
Yeah,
everything that she went through.
Yeah, when she gave birth
Mm-hmm.
and the health problems she had, it's amazing how she overcome that and she's playing now and healthy.
Mm-hmm. Is there any quote you've ever heard from her, or a mantra, or a saying from her that maybe has stuck to you over the years? Anything
I would not say a quote, but it's just the look that she gives when she's competing. Like she's giving everything, and it's amazing. Like the way like she wants to kind of destroy you. I don't know how to say it more polite, but yeah, it's inspiring and it's amazing for being everything, a mom and everything that she has been.
Absolutely. Well, Maria, thank you for your time
Thank
today,
you.
and best of luck this week at the LPGA Drive-On Championship at Golden Ocala.
Thank you.